Okay, so this is test correction 7.4. This is I can solve problems with ratios, rates, and percent of change. So make sure that you are doing the correct test corrections, and make sure you have a sheet of paper so you could divide it into your two columns. So here is your test corrections page. Make sure you're dividing in two columns. One is to show all the work and the other one is to explain your mistakes. Make sure you put 7.4D test corrections as your title, and you make sure you're writing in your name. So turn this off, get that going, and come back to the video once you're ready to start doing the corrections. Okay. Number 12. The ratio of boys to girls in Mrs. Cunningham's class is 2 to 3. There are 18 girls in the classroom. What is the total number of students in Mrs. Cunningham's class? So they gave us the original ratio, they started off the new one, and they want to know the total number. So we need to set up that one chart. So you have WON. So it's girls. No, it's boys. Boys, girls, and we need a total. So there's 2 boys, 3 girls, and a total of 5 because I added those 2. And then they said 18 girls, and this is the information we need. So what we need to do is find the scale factor. So 3 times what gives you 18? So that's times 6. So 5 times 6 equals 30. So my answer is 30. If you did 45, then you put 18 in the wrong place. If you did 27, then you just did 2 to 3. And if you did 12, you also did just use 2 to 3. You forgot to do the total. So make sure you go back and explain your mistakes and come back to the video. The price of a video game was reduced from $60 to $45. By what percentage was the price of the video game reduced? So that means this is the percent of change. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract that. Your answer is 15 is the change. So now I'm going to set this up. So it's 15 over 60. So it's always the change over the original. And then I need to change it to percent. So I'm going to put 100, but I don't necessarily need to do that. I could just easily simplify this. So 15 over 60. If you divide by 15, it becomes 1 over 4. So 1/4 as a percent is 25%. So my answer is letter B. So if you put 15%, all you did is subtract it and put the percent next to it. If you did 75%, then you did 45 over 60, and that's why you got 75%. If you put 40%, I have no idea how you did that, but make sure you are doing it correctly. So go ahead and explain your mistakes and come back to the video. A boat travels 27 miles in 2 hours. At this rate, how many miles will the boat travel in half an hour? So remember, we're going to go ahead and do miles, hours, and it's still the one chart. This is a rate. So it's 27 miles, 2 hours, and they want to know half a mile. Well, I know that half a mile, so how many halves are there in 2? So that means in order for me to do that, I divided by 4. So for me to get to half, I divided by 4. So 2 divided by 4 gives you half. So now I'm going to divide 27 by 4. You could have done also cross products. You just needed to change that to decimal. So 27 divided by 4, that's going to be 6. So that's 24, remainder is 3. And write it as a fraction. So 6 3/4, so my answer is letter B. So go ahead and stop the video, go ahead and explain what you did wrong, and then come back to the video. Number 15. In 2006, there were 72 million dogs in U.S. homes. In 2010, there were 70 million dogs. What was the percent decrease in the number of dogs in the U.S. home from 2006 to 2010? So I'm going to find the difference. So now difference over original. Oops, original 72. Okay, and then we need to simplify it, so it's 1 and 36. So then we need to divide that. So in order to do this, you have to divide to find a percent. So 36 into 1 is 0, 36 into 10 is 0, 36 into 100 is 2, which is 2 times 6, that's 272, remainder is 28, bring down the 0. So 4 into 28, it's going to be about 9. So 9 times 6, 54. 9 times 3 is 27 plus 5, 32. So that's wrong. So it would be 8 then. But if you look at your answer choices, it says about 300%, about 97%, about 3%, about 97%. So remember to change it to a decimal. I'm going to round this to 0.03. To change it to a decimal, I need to move the decimal 2 times to the right. So that means this is about 3%. So my answer is letter C. So make sure you write your mistakes. Make sure that you're looking at each one and how you did it wrong. If you did 70 over 72, you would have gotten 97%. And then if you got 0.97 or 0.03, you forgot to change it to a percent. So go and find your mistakes. Make sure you explain them. Make sure you have your title of 7.4D. Make sure you have your name on it and turn it in. And remember, complete the next activity. Good luck.